welcome to another edition of Pony Up, and look at that. We're back. They beat Miami. That's amazing. I mean, come on. That's what you needed. That's marquee. Nothing as big as Miami at home.
Incredible day at the office. It was an awesome day to be a part of it with a win over a 10th or 9th, depending on the poll you look at, ranked team. Best one in the history of the stadium there at Ford Stadium, too.
Give them the thing you thought of going to the stadium about that you said on the broadcast that was really awesome.
I'm driving up to the stadium Saturday morning. It's still dark, about 7 a.m., and the lights are on at the stadium, and I'm thinking about the day, and I'm thinking, man, we got the U coming in here today. And I thought, who's the U today? It's SMU.
Nice.
It was my first ever pre-planned call.
He gymanced it.
I did.
He gymanced it.
It's the first time I've ever done it, and
nice.
I think it worked.
Jamie, you're used to being from Alabama. You're used to big games like that, but SMU beating Miami, that's pretty impressive, huh?
That was so exciting. I was watching that big noon kickoff game, and I got to tell you what, I have like spidey senses about games, and I knew the whole week. I knew that morning watching game day, I was like, we're going to get this upset. This is happening. I knew Miami was going down, and I'm so happy that, we've had a couple of 3 really close losses, but they found a way to put it together, get over the hump right when they needed to at the end of the game. I mean, should have gotten the field goal and ended it earlier. But no, I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence going forward down the stretch through the rest of the season. I'm so excited.
And it's a big game when Michael Irvin and former President George W. Bush are there hanging out. I mean, they got the stars before the game. I always wonder, hey, what are these guys talking about? Do you think they're talking politics or football? I think football. Second quarter, Miami up 7-0 with the ball. Carson Beck is picked off. He always gets intercepted, seems like, in big games. Off by Ahmad Moses. The Mustangs would capitalize.
Yeah, they wasted no time. Very next play right here, Kevin Jennings slides out, finds Ymir Knight, kind of backing into the end zone all alone for a touchdown. Huge one there for SMU to start fighting back.
All right, here we go in the third quarter. The teams traded touchdowns.
Kevin just decides to do it himself right here. He had bad ankle again. Doesn't matter. Still runs it in for another touchdown and keeps SMU right in it. Here's a big one late in the fourth quarter. They go to Alex Bowman, the big tight end, his first touchdown of the year. Miami goes back in front, and it's kind of do or die time here. And, man, this one right here we thought was die because it was a field goal that went right over the top of the upright, and so it's declared no good. It has to be inside of the upright when it goes over. Not a reviewable play here. And, man, this left him down 3 with 6 minutes to go.
That's impossible. That is easy. Yes, he did.
Snap back, hold down, kick on the way. Plenty of distance on this one, and it's good! Ties the score with 25 seconds left. Back from the shotgun, looks to throw. Pumps, brings it down, throws across the middle, intercepted! Ahmad Moses! His second of the game! Stone Eby, a blocking back to the left. Handoff, TJ Harden! Touchdown! Who's the U today? It's SMU for the win, 26-20.
I like that.
I had that one in the holster. When they got the football and were driving down there with about 6 minutes to go, I chambered it and they missed a field goal. I put it back. Then they drove down again and they had to settle for the field goal. I was like, all right, we're going to hold on to that. And as soon as Ahmad Moses picked off that pass in overtime, I had it out laying on the table. I was ready to go with it. So
good. You didn't take your pants off for that, did you?
No.
Okay.
Just out of the holster, ready for
right,
ready to fire that one there. And yeah, that was awesome and tons of fun. And
What a huge win, man.
it was huge.
What a huge win.
We saw that shot there. Rhett Lashley, his wife, was there. He told me last night, he was like, as soon as the touchdown was scored, somebody jumped on him, and he had no idea what was going on. It was his wife.
Wow.
She was already back there
Wow.
and jumped on it. And then his kids were there, too. And he was making sure they all stayed close because it got a little crazy down there on the field.
All right, it was nice to see fans celebrating because they played a big part in winning that game.
That was an incredible atmosphere. we had some good ones last year. I mean, I think TCU, Florida State, Pitt, even BC late in the game. But like an 11 o'clock kick, I've not heard Ford Stadium that loud. I mean, drew multiple false starts and delay of games, had to burn timeouts. They were effective in the game.
We need to make that the norm, that atmosphere.
All right, last week we talked about SMU Miami connection, Rhett Lashley and players coming over from the Hurricanes, including this year's leading receiver, Romello Brinson.
Well, let's make some noise. This is not an individual win. This is a team win at the highest level. So anybody can break this down. But in almost 4 years, we've had 8 guys come and go from that program and had great experiences here. We currently have 4 here. Romello Brinson, where are you at?
I'll tell you what, you're the play-by-play guy. You know where I live. I live across the street from the stadium, and I can even hear them practicing. I can hear the band, by the way. We can never watch TV at night because the band's playing all night, which is great. But I'm feeling a different, I don't know. Maybe I'm hearing it, but this year it seems different to the energy of that football program to the school.
The vibe in the stadium Saturday, Rhett said it there in one of those clips, it was just different. I mean, we could feel it in the press box, but man, every time the referee turned on his mic to announce a penalty, we almost couldn't hear him because it was so loud down on the field. And, we've had great attendance the last couple of years, but sometimes at halftime, some of them, especially younger ones in the audience,
they go to the boulevard
and don't come back.
You know what's great, though? Winning changes everything, but the ACC being in that conference is so massive because you're seeing these teams come to your stadium now. It's one thing to go on the road, which is a cool road trip. But when Miami comes here, when North Carolina comes here, when Florida State or Clemson comes here, oh my God, it's huge.
Yeah.
And look, this is only the 5th time in 26 seasons at Ford Stadium they've had a top 10 team come in.
Wow.
5 times.
Huge.
But with all those years wandering through other conferences, you don't get many chances. Matter of fact, all the others, only one was a conference game.
Yeah.
But Miami comes in, and because it was a great game, by the way, everybody stayed for the second half, so they were there for the celebration when the game.
And by the way,
scored.
even though the iron skillet's gone, you can kind of thumb your nose at TCU going,
I know.
look what we got now.
Right.
Look what we got.
And Jamie, I know you've been in the big boy party for a while, being in Alabama. And I don't mean this as a downplay to SMU, but they were the little kids at the little table, and now they're in the big table. Let's be honest.
100%.
They were at Thanksgiving. They were always y'all go to the kiddie table. Now they've joined the party. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, they're sitting with the adults now. This rebirth of the SMU Mustangs team I felt that palpable energy in the stadium watching from my couch on Saturday. I mean, I could feel just how exciting it was. And I, like you said, Yates, I know firsthand exactly what that's like. So I couldn't have been happier.
The celebration didn't stop at the stadium. It exploded online. Great fan reaction with great pony pride. And here's some of the fun ones in Exceptional. Shooter McGavin, known for his role in Happy Gilmore, on hand for SMU Miami to kick things off. His real name, by the way, is Christopher McDonald, but who cares? Josh Pate tweets, Shooter had great success Saturday. He's in there in the locker room celebrating. Look at that. Insanity. Shooter in the middle of it all. Oh, my goodness. Pate State material. Pate State is Josh's podcast. Pony Access tweets, says, due to recent events, SMU has stolen the Miami's U. Do you like that? That's Rich Phillips thing right there. The Hurricanes will have to pick, I love that, by the way, pick a new moniker, the SMU Mustangs. ML Football tweets, an SMU fan brought this sign to the game against Miami. The Carson Beck hate is crazy. Jimmy G tweets, funny tweet, playing off Al Michaels and Dennis Miller when they announced Monday Night Football in 2001. Dennis says, Miami at SMU, babe. That's not a football game. It's a trust fund cotillion with a sprinkle of cartel powder. Oh, my. You have to expect the halftime show to be sponsored by Goldman Sachs and Narcos. 2nd and 6 for the Hurricanes at the SMU 40. All right, so I love that one. SMU football, hold your horses. Look at that. They are holding the horse right there. SMU has agreed with head coach Rhett Lashley to a contract extension. 7-year deal that will make him among the top 10 highest paid coaches in college football. Lashley has been mentioned as a potential candidate for coaching at Arkansas, his alma mater, and now with LSU looking for a new head coach. In the past, an SMU coach would jump at Arkansas. They would jump at LSU. Not anymore.
One did jump from SMU to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Didn't go so well, by the way.
But it's still, those days are history.
Absolutely. But I will say that one was concerning. Rhett's been mentioned in connection with Florida at one point. And then Sunday morning, Hugh Freeze gets out at Auburn. Well, Rhett coached there, too, as an assistant when they won a national championship. So I was really glad that the news had come out Saturday that he's going to be there and be there to stay for a while. And he loves it here, and he knows that not only is he able to get paid, they have the finances for the whole operation. That's really the key.
100%. Not SMU, 3 letters, NIL.
Yeah.
Yes.
SMU's got the money, NIL is open, and guess what? They might not have the big names, but they're going to start coming because if they keep winning, they're going to keep coming.
All right. Speaking of NIL, we always talk about Pony Express and that. Extending Lashley's contract and beating Miami are things that are going to help this program. I'm telling you, trust me on this. There's a different vibe here. And no one knows more about success at SMU than Pony Express. Craig James and Eric Dickerson, maybe the best running back tandem in college football history. Definitely the best at SMU for sure. Led the Mustangs to an undefeated season, 82. They should have won the national championship. The two stars joined Dallas Sports Network. They talked about the Pony Express Award and the resurgence of SMU and whether it could last.
I think we're back in the sense that now athletes are coming here. It's no longer an excuse not to come here because you'd be playing in an inferior conference.
That helps.
And these athletes, if you're a really good athlete, you want to play against the best on Saturdays. Now there's that equal footing that we have with other universities.
Well, for sure. I won't forget when I was looking at different colleges and playing on television was very important. I mean, they had the HBCUs back then that recruited me heavily, but they wasn't playing on national television. And that was one of my things. I wanted to play on national television. I think Craig is right on.
It helps you guys. We've talked about it already. ACC. It's a great TV contract too. That's important. You don't want to be on just some random channel.
No, they're on the ESPN's ACC network, part of the ESPN family. Hopefully, you have a provider that provides you ESPN these days.
Yeah,
a few of those that don't.
YouTube.
But you're in a big market too.
Yeah.
And really a chance to, as Eric and Craig said there, you've got brand names coming here. Miami just came here. Louisville's coming here in a few weeks. They're a top 20 team. These are much bigger names than the ones we used to see in those other leagues.
Jamie, I know we bring it up a lot, Alabama. Let's pretend in a weird world, Alabama was not in the SEC and they were like in a minor conference. Would they be as dominant a dynasty? There's no way.
I do think you need to be in, obviously, yes, one of the Power 5 conferences now, especially if you're wanting to get into the playoff, because you need those ranked wins and you need to be playing against the teams who are ranked to have that kind of resume to get into the playoff. And, back to Rhett Lashley really quick, ESPN loves to talk about the best job in coaching available right now. I don't know if it's the LSUs and the Floridas and the Auburns of the world anymore now that we have so much parity, and we just really have spread the riches all around to all the programs. Like you said, you do still need to be in one of the Power 5 conferences, but I almost think the SMU job right now is way more attractive.
Wow, Jamie, that was a great point. Beautiful point. We mentioned earlier this was SMU's first win over a top 10 team since 1983. That's amazing. When they beat Dan Marino and Pittsburgh in the Cotton Bowl. This week in Mustang Memories, we take a look at the last time SMU beat a top 10 team at home. November 9th, 1974, rainy day at the Cotton Bowl. SMU hosted, Giga Aggies. Sorry, boys. That was it. They beat the Aggies. I always like beating the Aggies, even if it's SMU. I love it. SMU fans didn't just rush the field after the game. They took the field with them. You'll see in this week's TAW Tailgating. They brought down the goalpost. Man, Rich, I know they're going to be fined for that, but how fun is that? I mean, that's they hosted it like a championship trophy, marched triumphantly through campus. That's beautiful. Right through a water fountain, heading straight to the boulevard. You got to take it to the boulevard. The most unique victory lap in Gerald Ford Stadium history. It was a full-scale relocation project that will live on in SMU football history, right, Coach?
And I guess the goalpost didn't make it to Deep Ellum, right? We stayed on campus. Did I hear it good to the Barley House? So, we celebrated the win because you have to do that.
That's funny. He mentioned Barley House. He actually showed up at Katy Trail Ice House, too.
He did. He did not take the goalpost with him there, but he did go to the Katy Trail Ice House.
But you had the goalpost.
I got to have a section of the goalpost at least for a moment.
Nice.
The other night, got my photo taken with it. They're actually auctioning off like 6 and 10-inch segments of the goalpost. It's a little out of my price range, I think, however.
How much are they auctioning it for?
$1,500.
And you just get to keep
Per
it?
section?
Yeah, per section.
Okay.
It's going to the Student Athlete Success Fund.
And that's called NIL?
That's
Yeah,
exactly 100%. That's what it's
you're
for.
talking about.
Hey, we got a revenue share these days. They got to raise money for that. That's how you do it.
Can they take those goalposts to the ACC championship game? Are they going?
I think they have a great shot. They have a great shot. Hey, first off, take care of your business, win your last 3 games.
100%.
And then other teams, there's 5 one-loss teams in conference play plus an undefeated team in Virginia. Well, a lot of them play each other, including SMU and Louisville.
Yeah, let them cannibalize each other, and then you just win your games.
Win your games.
Because somebody's gonna beat somebody every week. If you just win your games, you're in.
But the fact that they could be even mentioned going 2 years in a row to the playoffs? The playoffs?
Let's just be like a coach and let's worry about this week.
You're not a coach.
I'm worried about this week.
Oh, man. First
boo.
to you, now coach speak.
All right, Jamie, you're not a coach. Are they going to make the playoffs?
No, I mean, they sure have a shot. We love to see that there's a pathway there. Yeah, it's simple. Just win and you're in. It's kind of a duh thing.
Check us out and like and subscribe. Yes, there's our channel. Please subscribe, share it, and watch our videos. Also, Dallas Express News. They started in 2021. You're not going to believe this. 2021, they already have more subscribers than the Dallas Morning News. Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive stuff. They're one of our partners. And TAW Tailgating and TAW Bourbon, 100% Texas grain. And Lombardo's Custom Apparel. They've got the best suits, best clothes, golf shirts. They got anything you want. Go check them out. And courtesy SMU Athletics. Y'all have been great to work with. Rich, you've been awesome to work with. It's not like we're making you leave yet. We still got more shows now.
Let's keep winning.
Yeah, let's keep winning.
Keep winning.
We'll keep winning and keep having you on because you're good luck, and so are we.
Let's hope.
All right. Thank y'all for watching, everybody. Go Ponies.